If you're moving to California for the weather, you need to hear this first. Because yes, Costa Mesa is beautiful, but it is not endless, perfect sunshine every single day, despite what you see right now. And if you don't understand the rhythm of the weather here before you move, it can genuinely catch you off guard. I've seen it happen. I've had clients relocate in late spring, completely excited about Southern California sunshine, and then call me in June asking, this gray sky, is it normal? So today I'm walking you through what it's really like in Costa Mesa, California when it comes to the weather. Not the postcard version, not the tourism board version, the real lived here for decades version. And if we haven't met yet, I'm Christine Donovan. I'm a real estate broker and an attorney here in Orange County. I've lived in Costa Mesa for decades. I grew up right next door in Newport Beach. I graduated from Newport Harbor High. This isn't just a market I work in, it's where I learned to drive. It's where I ride my bike to the beach. It's where I raised my family. And it's where I help people relocate every single year. So when I talk about living in Costa Mesa, California, I'm not reading averages off of a weather app. I'm talking about lived experience. Let's start with what most people care about first. Costa Mesa has what's called a Mediterranean climate, which basically means moderate, balanced, stable. Most of the year, temperatures sit between about 48 and 79 degrees. It rarely drops below 41 and it rarely climbs above 87. If you're coming from somewhere with snowstorms or humid 100-degree plus summers, this can feel almost unreal. Winters here mean cool mornings. You grab a sweater, maybe a light jacket. By early afternoon, it's comfortable. You're walking the back bay. You're sitting outside at lunch. Friends visit and immediately ask, can we go somewhere we can sit outside? You're not scraping ice off of your windshield. You're not shoveling snow. I remember one year, the day after Christmas, my sister and I took the kids down to the beach. Sweatshirts in the morning, shoes off by noon. Try doing that in most of the rest of the country. I have never shoveled snow in my life. I wouldn't even know where to begin. Now summer. August is typically the hottest month of the year. Sometimes September lingers with warmth, but we're usually talking 80s, sometimes low 90s, rarely extreme. And because we're coastal, evenings cool off. That cooling pattern changes everything. It was actually a surprise for this beach girl one year when I was in Texas. I waited until late afternoon to go for a walk, thinking it would cool off. Instead, it got hotter. When I asked about it, they looked at me like I had two heads. But here in Costa Mesa, late afternoon is when the breeze rolls in, and that makes summer livable. You're not structuring your life around escaping the weather. You live in it. This is a major reason people look into moving to California and specifically living in Costa Mesa, California. Now here's the honest trade-off. If you love dramatic seasonal change, this climate is subtle. We don't get bold fall foliage. We don't get snow days. We don't get dramatic thunderstorms rolling in. The seasonal shifts are gentle. For many people, that consistency feels peaceful. For others, it can feel repetitive. And that's something to think about before you relocate. Let me walk you through a full year living in Costa Mesa. Not the chart version, the lived version. January and February, cool mornings, maybe 40s at night, comfortable afternoons. This is when people from colder climates say, wait, this is winter? March and April, longer days, a little greener, maybe some rain, but rarely for long. Spring here is subtle. Now May. This is where expectations get tested. You wake up expecting early summer sunshine and you might get gray skies instead. Some days it clears, some days it lingers. And yes, sometimes I drive inland because the gray gets to me. Gray skies are why my mom once told me I should not go to college in Berkeley. I did it anyway. June, similar story. It's coastal rhythm. Not permanent, just seasonal. July, now it feels like what people picture when they think Southern California. Blue skies, warm afternoons, still not sticky, still not extreme. August, warmest month of the year. Windows open in the evening, ocean breeze rolls through. September, sometimes warmer than August. Summer lingers. This is when new residents say, ooh, now I get it. October, hot, dry winds can roll through. The air feels different. November, it settles again. still outdoor weather, still mild. December, cooler nights, mild days, and the beginning of our rainy season. Not constant rain, just part of the rhythm. We don't have dramatic swings, we have a steady cycle. And once you understand the cycle, it feels predictable in the best possible way. When people search living in Costa Mesa, California, they picture endless blue skies. And most of the year, that's accurate. But late spring is where expectations can get shaken. We've talked about it. May gray, June gloom, a marine layer rolls in from the ocean. Low cloud cover, filtered light, cooler mornings. If you relocate expecting non-stop sunshine, that stretch can surprise you. Not because it's terrible, but because it's unexpected. And when expectations and reality don't match, people start second-guessing their move. The important thing to understand is this: it's seasonal, it's normal, and it depends on where you live. Closer to the beach, more marine layer. Further inland, more consistent sun. Same city, different experience. That's why I talk about this before someone relocates, because informed decisions feel different than surprised ones. Now let's talk about one of my favorite parts: the ocean breeze. Late afternoon in summer, you open the windows, turn on the whole house fan, let that cool coastal air move through the house. The temperature drops naturally. Evenings feel comfortable, outdoor dinners feel easy. There's a softness to the air that you don't fully appreciate until you live here. And even within Costa Mesa, microclimates matter. You can walk down the street and feel subtle differences. I feel it walking my dog. One stretch feels cooler, another feels warmer. Light wrap on, light wrap off. Closer to the beach, cooler. Further inland, warmer. That difference can absolutely matter when choosing neighborhoods. It's not something you'll see online, it's something you understand when you live here. And when I'm helping someone move to Costa Mesa, that's part of the strategy conversation. Yes, it rains, typically December through March. About 25 to 30 rainy days per year, maybe 13 inches annually. Compared to most of the rest of the country, that's very little. But when it rains here, it feels dramatic. Traffic slows down, news coverage ramps up, people forget how to drive because we're not built for months of storms. But it passes, the sun comes back, and if you're relocating from somewhere with long gray winters, living in Costa Mesa, California will feel light by comparison. Now let's talk about something people don't expect: the Santa Ana winds. Usually in the fall, hot, dry, windy, palm trees bending, patio furniture sliding if it's not secured. The air feels warmer, drier, almost electric. They usually last just a few days, sometimes longer. And yes, heat, low humidity, and wind increase wildfire risk in other parts of Southern California. Costa Mesa being coastal helps. We're generally less impacted than inland areas, but it's part of Southern California life. And understanding it is part of relocating intelligently. Living in Costa Mesa, California is ideal for people who hate snow, people who love outdoor living, people who want predictable weather, people who don't want seasonal extremes. It may not be ideal for people who crave 4 dramatic seasons, people who love thunderstorms, people who want bold seasonal transitions. I've had clients move here and say, "I'm never leaving." And I've had others admit, "I miss fall." There is no universal perfect climate, but for many people, this one works beautifully. So if you're researching moving to Costa Mesa, California, and wondering if the weather alone makes it worth it, here's the honest version. Moderate temperatures, comfortable humidity, mostly sunny skies, mild winters, ocean breezes, with a few things to understand. May gray, June gloom, Santa Ana winds, not a lot of seasonal drama. But after decades of living here, growing up next door in Newport, raising my family here, and helping people relocate here every single year, I can tell you this: the weather is one of the biggest reasons people move to Costa Mesa, and one of the biggest reasons they stay. But when it comes to buying a home here, it's not just about the sunshine. It's about clarity. It's about making strategic decisions that make sense, not just now, but long term. Because a home isn't just the rows you see above the ground, it's the foundation underneath it. And as both a real estate broker and an attorney, I look at both the lifestyle and the structure, the excitement and the long-term value. Clarity first, then strategy, then the right move, strategy that sells. If you're thinking about relocating and want to understand which neighborhoods get more sun, which feel cooler, which are close to the breeze, or which parts of Costa Mesa truly fit your life, reach out, drop your questions in the comments, tell me where you're moving from. And if you're serious about moving, my contact information is below. Call, text, email, and I'll see you in the next one.